without further ado, thank you very much indeed for casting. I'm off. Bye.
Okay. Well, in that case, I can still see him on stream. I don't like to start until I can see him take his headphones off on the actual thing. Right, we're in. Hey there, sports fans! You join us here at the other... it's the... I don't know what round it is. Look, it's me, it's Dude, and it's him, Dr. Hellboy. How are you, Hellboy?
I'm doing very well, Duderino. I think this is technically the third round, but technically the fourth round. But Davo didn't have to play round 3 because he'd won 2. If you see what I mean. But I am a little bit confused though, dude, about what the state of this whole tournament is. Have you got anything on that?
Listen, I'll explain it all. As we enter the second year of this postseason, this playoff picture is starting to emerge. So with last week's victory, Andy must now beat Lockragan to advance to the next round and reduce his magic number to 3. And then Andy can advance to the National Eastern Division North and play Crucifer. Right, so then if Andy beats Galantino and Anarian beats Olivier Dulac in the Southwestern Division East Northern, then Chunter goes to the finals. Unless Kiandir can upset Artemis and Elliot beats Diomed by kicks, and then Moomin Slayer would play Bembo and Seabros in a blind choice round robin. And if there's no clear winner after that, then the sack race will be held every consecutive Sunday until we've got a champ. I think that pretty much covers it.
That summed it up nicely, Duderino. Well done. Well done. Very good.
Now, what have we got? Thank you. Hype gets the prize. Hype gets the prize.
Yep. Exactly. Well
I'm
done.
I'm going to get the point of hype. I was hoping that someone would get that.
Very good. Very good.
It just works so well.
I tell you what, Duderino, we've had many great moments as a commentary duo over the years, but this moment just gone is in your top 3.
Thank you very much. Right, Lockragan, French coach playing
Dwarves
versus Andy, nationality undecided, playing Orcs. There we go. Orcs versus Dwarfs. We're allowed to talk a bit about stuff, so we'll try to stick with it, but we'll go with the format. It's not really worked any time this year already, but he's the stat man. Anything?
Thank you very much, Duderino. Well, Davo's got a 15-3-3 NAF record with Orcs. That's 21 games played. He's played 2 games versus Dwarves in his NAF history. It's 1-0-1. The 2-0 win over Valen was at Water Bowl 2023, only just gone. The 2-1 loss, though, was to Podfree at NAF Champs 2013. Now, obviously, Pod ended that one on a 5-1-0, finished second that year, lost out to Jim Jiminy, who won on the Wood Elves, but Pod ended finishing runner-up with the best of the rest bit. He wasn't actually in the final because of the 5-1-0. And the draw was versus Gegster's Goblins, Duderino.
Jeez. Oh, but Gegster still good player, Team England. I'll take that away from him.
Indeed.
You got anything
sadly, I've got no stats for the opponent, but there we go.
Oh, all right. Okay, well, it's been missing and people have been talking about it, so, you know. Anyway, we got the kickoff. Orcs won the toss.
Davis won the toss and opted to receive. So, the Dwarves have got a 4-guard, 2 Mighty Blow roster with Mighty Blow on a Troll Slayer. Not always seen. You took Mighty Blow on a Troll Slayer, I believe, when you picked up was it 4th place at Cake Bowl, Duderino, with Dwarves?
Yes, I think it was one of my first ever unbeaten tournaments. Had some great games there. Played Watchtower from the stream, and I swear I broke one of his skinks or his Amazons, still to this day. I mean, one thing about a tabletop tournament, there's no lack of super glue. So we did get it fixed.
Very good, very good. But I do worry about Dwarves in this matchup, so I think this one favours the Orcs slightly in terms of the strength and the control. Only bringing the 4-guard. I would have liked to have seen maybe 5-guard, possibly even just 6-guard. Right? You know, there is something beautiful about a 6-guard Dwarf team. But Davo opting to receive because Davo is a bash coach and wants to get that early attrition in and take control of the pitch.
So remind me again, or sorry, for the people out there that might be new to this format, there's no progression, is it? The skills are fixed; they're the same. It's like a NAF tournament at this stage.
Exactly. So it's a resurrection format, is the word you're looking for.
That's the word. That's the word. That's the word.
So there we go. So there we are. So yeah, it's a resurrection tournament. Remember, Duderino, that we've got Davo's got also got full guard, and then he's got a block on a big one, and then he's got that tornado like the Tasmanian Devil, which is
Frenzy.
Very good, very good. I know it's been a whole year since we did this, Duderino, but you've remembered. Well done.
It's a very loosely based Frenzy Orcs team where they've got.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. It's good, isn't it, Duderino? We haven't done commentary since last year.
Yes, no, good point, well made, yes. And Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to everybody out there in viewerland. I hope our viewer is doing well.
So, here we go, here comes the kickoff. And it's a quick snap. Okay, so obviously the ball, the thrower is moving
So this
back.
is, and again, remind me, it's a D3 plus 3 open players can move.
3.
So no one on the line of scrimmage is moving here.
Yeah. And that's the 4. That's the 4 players that Davo can move because he rolled 1 plus 3.
There we go. He got the thrower a little bit closer, and he hopes for a favourable bounce.
Yep. And here we go, turn 1. So the ball's gone deep, so Davo doesn't need to worry too much about screening off the ball initially, because obviously Dwarves not known for their speed.
You're not going to chase that one down, is it?
They're not good over short distances. Over the long distance, they're natural sprinters, I believe, but something like that anyway from Lord of the Rings. Anyway, so Davo just pushing the Dwarf down the line. If this continues, I thought we might see a surf there. I don't know what gave it away there. Don't know what it was mulling in my mind. I wonder whether Davo was eyeing something up. So 1 Dwarf down, nudged out of position. The Orcs are gaining a bit of ground already on the LOS, taking control of that centre of the field.
He's probably going to get 3 Dwarfs down.
Well, he's got 2. So the troll will be the last one unless he goes for the blitz on it. I would be tempted to try and blitz that Garda though, given the fact that it's a bit of a juicier target. Okay, so he's opting for the block with the troll. Does get the knockdown. Mighty blow on the troll, of course.
That's a brave 3 dice this early on, especially if it's stupid.
Yeah, it is a very brave 3 dice early on. But as I said, with the dwarves not being, you wouldn't necessarily do that versus something like Skaven. Because you wouldn't want to risk the ball being snagged. Okay, so choosing to pick the ball up before doing the blitz. Gets the ball in hand.
Thrower is equipped with sure hands.
Indeed. You really add something to the commentary, Duderino.
Trying, my friend. I'm trying. I'm just wondering who he's going to blitz.
Look, I know you're trying, but you're doing all right, okay?
Who's he going to blitz?
He's got to blitz the Garda. He's got to blitz the Garda here. It's such a juicy target. You've been offered the skill. Whoa, interesting going just for the 2. Oh dear. I was going to say I would have gone for the blitz with the blitzer who had block to avoid this very scenario, but instead Davo's ended up with burning the reroll, and he's rolled the 1 in 81.
1 in 81 just to kick it off, just to rub salt in the wounds. I'm amazed that Black Orc isn't dead. Big Un isn't dead.
Yeah, I feel that so Davo was touching yesterday. He was touching on him not being particularly well. He's not feeling very well. Whilst I don't want to offer any excuse for Davo's plays and stuff like this, I do wonder whether some of a play like that, I would have liked to have seen Davo think maybe a little bit more about what he was going to do with that. And I think that Davo might have gone with the blitzer instead.
I thought he was going to put the Black Orc in and then sort of like go at the jaunty angle with the flame-haired blitzer there.
Yep, exactly. You got it. Jaunty angle, flame-haired blitzer. Got it in one.
Yeah, I know what I'm on about, my son. I'm a professional.
Absolutely. So the question is now, what do the dwarves do?
That's the thing. So they've got obviously 1 blitz that they can take here. Now, a wise man once told me that a dwarf lying down is just awkward for someone to get and but it's do you just stand them? You got to stand them up and take the hits again, really, ain't you, and pick your target.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is with that big and going down there on the left hand side as we see it, that does open the blitz on that guard blitzer there with the mighty blow. That's the non. I think it's a blitz. Is it just a lineman?
There's the
Yeah, I think it's
second
a
one
lineman.
the first one's a lineman, the second
Yeah.
one is a blitzer.
Yeah, so I think the one with mighty blow that's not the troll slayer. So I
Sorry,
don't.
that's that is a lineman.
Yeah, I think it is a lineman, isn't it? I think the blitz is the ones with the blue glowing.
The
edges.
blitzers have got like the scimitar, the
You see,
bladed
this is
thing on the.
yeah.
Here it comes.
Here we go. As I thought, this has opened this up.
Mighty
In
blow
comes
here.
in comes the mighty blow.
Again,
Okay.
not fully punished. Yeah,
Do remember that Davo doesn't have an Apo, Duderino.
Okay. Do the dwarfs have an Apo, Hellboy?
The dwarves do have an Apo. You can tell that's because it's the double plaster symbol on the right hand side. So Duderino, this the dwarf coach here went to the Podfree school of leaving players lying down.
Yes.
And has chosen to leave the dwarves lying down on the ground to not potentially suffer any attrition here. So this does enable Davo to choose where he's going, but he's now got to move round the prone bodies on the pitch.
And they'll still be there because I've got a feeling this is a low fouling game, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, certainly at a certain point, I think that this game could be quite low level fouling. I think the attrition is going to be searched for with blitzes. Okay, Davo choosing to blitz with the troll makes it a 3D.
Quincy, hello. Seren, hello. Bit liberal with that troll, ain't he?
Yeah. Has it frozen for you as well, dude? Oh no,
it had for a bit, yeah.
All right, good. We're back. Good. Okay, so the troll blitz is a bit rowdy, I'd say.
Yeah, you'd like to think you'd go for something more reliable early on, but
a little bit of a Mexican standoff here, Duderino, possibly.
Quick though.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be done by the time my dinner's ready if we keep on going at this rate, which would be nice.
That's good because I think the Niners are playing. Hang on, I've got to get the.
Yeah, good plan.
Just realised they got the NFL on one of my screens. Hang on, where are we? Right, can I do red zone? Sorry about this, folks. I have the express verbal and written permission from the NFL to be talking about it. Where they on?
One second, dude. I've been given a jar of Bovril to open.
Oh, right, fair enough, mate.
No, but it's jammed shut.
Are you just? I mean, is this so Harriet don't show you up on screen here and now open it in front of you? You're gonna have to
exactly.
give it the
Exactly. I know. I've got to get it done now.
I keep up with red zone. I don't think. Are we in the early window or are we in the late window? Sorry, folks. We'll be back on to stuff in a sec. This is important. Niners are on later. That's all right. I don't need it. I'll wait. Number 1 seeds to the NFC. Oh, hello, double timey. This is the playoffs, and it's Hell and L with you for the commentating.
It's Dr. Hell and Mr. L.
Hey. Well, no one's off the field yet. This is one of them games where even knockouts are going to cause a bit of a weakness in the back line of either of the teams.
Absolutely. Both teams don't do very well when they're down to 9 or 10 players apiece. You know, it's both teams do suffer. Oh, Hooker Lord, glad to be back. It has been a whole year since we came back. Woo! Opening with the dodge, fails the dodge. No AV break. It's another Mexican standoff.
Yeah, that's because obviously I really like what Logragon's doing with the dwarfs here. I mean, that may seem funny just doing a dodge there, but what's the damage? Andy can hit one player. To hit one player, he's actually going to have to venture. You know, eventually Andy's got to choose a side, and dwarfs ain't the most responsive. So
yeah.
I'm liking this holding back.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, but David choosing to blitz the centre. It looks like possibly here.
Do you know what, Tech-Mex? I didn't get it. I'm sorry. I looked at it and I thought, do you know, I'm just going to leave that one. I was worried myself. It was the big letters at the end. Now, them dwarfs ain't got guard in the middle there, so it's if they stand up, they're getting it.
Yeah, it's still fine. I wonder if David... is David going for another troll blitz? He is. Oh!
He's loving the troll blitz, but eventually we knew it was going to happen. He's gone stupid.
Yeah. I wonder if also if this Black Orc that's currently lying... it's Biggin that's currently lying prone on the ground. I wonder whether that is going to be a dodge, a 4+ dodge out at the end here as well. Okay. So I guess now the question for Lockraken is whether they decide to try and target those central orcs now, get some guard in, jam in, and get a bit fruity on the. Okay, Davo also opting to keep the ball on the floor.
Left it down. Goldstacker, you're right. Santa, you're right.
Exactly, Santa.
Well, you know, it's a bit of an open cage, but the dwarfs ain't getting round there no matter how many GFIs they roll, are they? So
no, there's
a couple of hits.
Yeah, take a bit of a pot shot. I think that
you could, with a bit of jiggery pokery here, there is some sort of like chain pushing people on to base the ball, and we all know once you base the ball, it's over.
Exactly. The interesting thing here from Davo though is that I did like that he's decided to try and get something to happen at this point. You know, I think this was the right turn to do it as well. It might seem a little bit early to be engaging, but we've already seen what the game tactics are going to be from the dwarves. It's about just happy to stand here. You get your way through me. You're not massively fast either, you know. So by Davo basing up in the way that he didn't completely base up, but in the way he did, he's encouraging the dwarves to come in, and we'll see hopefully that there'll be a bit of action this turn, and Davo will then look to respond next turn and pick a side, I'd imagine.
Joy, good evening. Goldstacker, you have to tell us now what you're cooking. Now you've mentioned you're cooking food, please. So bring that on. Well, I'll read this week's letter that we've had in from a listener, Hellboy.
Okay.
It's, you know, we've got interested from Durham is asking, how are we finding these playoffs then, now that they're back? And what do we think about the competition leading up to them? Have you got anything to say to interested in Durham?
Sure, I think it's great that we've got some playoffs, playoff action back of sorts. The tournament, it has been a little bit confusing, I'd say. And
I just got to stop you there to point out that with a bit of jiggery pokery, he's just based the ball with a down dwarf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, just you know, it's not often I get a Blood Bowl thing right. So go on.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, don't worry, Joy. The powers that be have decided that for commentary purposes, it is actually okay to talk about the game, so long as Davo's got his headset off, which he has as always. So yes, there's been some discussion behind the scenes, and everyone's happy. So it's all good, and that goes for anyone who streams the game as well. So it's not just me and Dude getting special treatment. It's a universal rule that's been brought in. Right. Oh,
hey, Drake.
No armor break. I think
he's done that again. He's gone for it.
Oh, it's a 3. It's a 3.
He's gone down. No, you got to love a dwarf dodge.
That does rapidly open up that left-hand side of the field,
doesn't it?
Here we go.
This one ain't going to be a troll blitz.
Yeah, it's going straight through.
And he's got enough figures here that he might be able to get the wrap around as well.
Yeah,
he does have to deal with that dwarf that is basing the ball or face a dodge himself.
Yeah, indeed. So,
Hello, Muggy. All right, evening, Splag. How are you? I was thinking of Splaggy today when I was doing my Duolingo. I'm getting near to my 1 year streak.
oh, very good, very good.
Well, he's got the hole he needed.
Yeah, just like that, there opens up the entire side of the field, and this is exactly what Davo was after. Do you remember when I said there, Duderino? He was hoping that there would be some, so, you know, Davo had chosen to do some basing up, and here we go.
Evening, Hex Baron. You all right, mate? Mind you, how far through can that thrower get?
Well, throwers are still Duderino movement 5.
There might be some GFO in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There might be a bit of GFO in.
There could be a little bit of GFIing here. You don't necessarily want to move everyone either until you've done.
Yeah, until you've done a bit. Well, I tell you now, I would have been standing that Black Hawk up in the middle, but there you go.
Well, okay. This is there is whilst they're unresponsive. Okay. It's a bold strategy. It's a bold strategy, but it's worked. So there we go.
Oh, Splag's gone for Duolingo Go Premium.
What? Splashing the cash.
Okay, well, you've got it. Yeah, this is his hit. I mean, done it. Yes.
Good to get the power there. Good to get the power there. It's an AV break, and it's a stun. It's a stun.
I don't want to speak thing, but I've seen dice rolls happening on other people's streams. Has Andy got dice rolls turned off then?
I honestly couldn't say what level of switching things on, switching things off you could do, Duderino.
We are watching the stream at the moment, at the feed of the stream. You know that.
Yeah.
Right, when I'm watching Jimmy stream yesterday, if that guy got knocked over, I would see 2 dice roll for an armor break, and then 2 dice roll showing me a 6 or an 8 or something.
Chatter's saying he's turned them off because they roll after the action and not before the actions happen.
That is true.
I remember this being a problem, wasn't it? Because it'd be like you do the dodge and fall over, and then the dice would roll afterwards, going, "Oh, by the way, mate, you rolled a 2," rather than. Or the dice will, when you get knocked over, it will show you as being stunned and then roll the dice for the armor, which has already happened. You know.
No, okay, right.
Okay, 1D.
Did he even start with a 1D?
He stood a couple of players up and then he opens with a 1D.
Jeez. Evening, L Play. How are you, mate? Hello, Bentley. Hellboy told me at UKTC that there were no dice, as I diced him.
It was Nafsi. It was Nafsi.
Nafsi, yeah. Oh well, that's unfair. Anybody gets an advantage playing.
I know everyone. I know. I start 2-0 down in every game with Nafsi, mate.
If anybody can have a bogey tournament that is so snap, it's Hellboy and Nafsi. Yeah. He's a great player. Just not if you play him in Nottingham, you're gonna probably get a win.
Savage, and I can't even disagree with it. So we've got a chain push to hit the troll here. Could move another Garter in.
Is there going to be now?
Move another Garter in.
Javkinkin is just saying stall for turn 8, and it's like, well, it depends. He might not have enough orcs to form a breakaway here because he's left quite a few behind.
I think we might be seeing a bigger problem than that in a minute, dude.
Has he not used his blitz yet?
Oh.
Everything's blocked up. He's stunned the troll.
Has he blocked it? Yeah, I didn't think he used the blitz yet.
But he can't get in nowhere.
That's all right, Hendy. We can play each other. I'll just wave old world figures in front of you, and you'll be so distracted that you won't play properly.
A great big bushy beard.
Oh, absolutely, Dementor. Yeah, there are no dice. It's just a phrase to help people understand.
Evening, Dementor. Hope you're okay. Say hi to your dad and your brother for me.
Remind me at some point, Demented, to talk to you about the Blood Bowl triangle.
The Blood Bowl triangle?
The Blood Bowl triangle. Niche always brings it up. Because it was one of the best things I ever said, and then I completely forgot about it the next time I saw her. But apparently it made a massive impact in the household there.
I hope. See, this is it. Now look, the dwarfs are ahead of the guy. He's got the.
Yes, the knockdown. It's multiple basing all over the place.
Gauntlet's kicked off there, by the way.
You know, it's all about the base, Davo's in trouble. They can't all be hits, dude.
No, they can't. Now, I don't want to speculate on how to get out of this.
Oh, and another 1D. Remember, guys, these are 2 pluses. Because it orcs come with block. So, Davo needs to clear multiple players off the ball.
Now, tell me something, Mr. Hellboy. With your sort of like knowledge of this, as we've been 8-turn stall is your preferred, especially if you're playing Skaven, dwarfs, Skaven or elves. How many turns would you be happy leaving a dwarf with?
Oof. I mean, two is all right. They've still got 3 rerolls, multiple rerolls a turn. It does improve the odds quite a lot. Giving them 2 turns is all right, but 3, it's starting to get a bit iffy, isn't it? And obviously with the timeout, which is the new version of what was it?
I don't know.
When you gain a turn.
Riots.
Yeah, that's the one. Right, yeah. So with timeout guaranteeing the extra turn, you don't roll to see whether you gain or lose one. It just guarantees you an extra turn when you hit that point in the drive. It is starting to look a bit more favourable for the dwarves.
There's definitely some work to be done here. I mean, Lograken done a brilliant job there getting back round. I mean, look how many dwarfs he's actually got there. He had an excellent... Oh, and I think the chain push is coming.
Yeah.
Got the power we needed.
Easy chain.
What's he going to do with that player? Base up a dwarf.
Yeah, base the dwarf. I think Davo can get a stall out here. There's a 3+ required, but it should be looking like a stall.
I'm not sure he's going to get overturns.
We'll see. We shall see. Could really have done with the knockdown on that one. Oh, and there's another reroll. There's another reroll burned. So now this 3+ dodge out with the other blitzer is looking a little less appealing. So going for the block instead. Okay, yep.
Nice.
Oh,
it's got another 3+. That's good.
Makes it very good.
He's going to enjoy having that extra player there, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. Really secures it up for a bit later in the game. I do hope that Davo's keeping an eye on the time. I'm just saying this because you remember the last round, because Davo with the headphones
off, he can't actually hear the time.
He has dinked into the time bank a fair amount. That said,
well, look, Raken's in for it more.
Yeah, I know that. I was going to say that. That said, that is the case.
And I'm afraid I do not know the headphone status of Lograken.
No, and poor Dimmy will be screaming and blue in the face by the end of this game if they start getting into their time bank too far.
Didn't someone totally lose their time bank in a playoff game last night?
Yes, and Dimmy was apoplectic.
Right, Lograken, let's see what you can do here, son.
So taking the free block to potentially start looking for some attrition is fine.
Yeah, very I'm not saying like, you know, Orcs and Dwarf as a reputations of being like the hard teams, but bit pillar fist, isn't it?
Yeah, with two mighty blow on the dwarves and mighty blow on the troll, and Davo choosing to look for troll blitzes as well. We would imagine we see a bit of stuff, but you know, a couple of armor breaks each. I think it is one armor break each, is it maybe? Yeah, Andy's not feeling massively well as well, guys. So I was chatting with him before the game, and he did say he wasn't feeling particularly well. The timing of the game being incorrect also didn't help, because I think his plan was to play one game, have a cup of tea, you know, chill for a little bit,
a cup of tea. Going. That's gone cold.
That's in a Goon Show episode. That's in a Goon Show episode. They go, it's time to cross the dreaded river Kabati. And he goes, it's very cold in there. Ah, there's nothing worse than a cold Kabati.
It was just we had to get ready so quick.
I know. There I was. I was sat at the desk painting away. And luckily... Oh, Duderino!
Got a KO! Finally, a bit of action's happened. And one of the Orcs is KO'd. The mighty blow worked.
Yep. Fantastic. Mighty blow.
Feel happy now in his choice.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Very interesting to see. Oh, the runner, no block.
You don't get to say that often on a Dwarf team, but it does mean he's chipped into one of them re-rolls.
So, big questions asked of Davo here, because obviously there's some space on the right-hand corner side of the pitch. Obviously, the when I say that, the thrower will only get to the middle, but that's where there's a gap. So it's a question: where can Davo get to that gap, or is he going to give the dwarves 3 turns back?
Question from Quincy. Missed the start of the game. What was the Apo used on? Quincy, Andy doesn't have an Apo. The dwarfs do, and they haven't used it yet. And that KO was the first thing that an Apo could have possibly been used on in the game so far. So there you go.
Yeah, but we also know that Andy's record with using Apos correctly on Orcs is not great.
Do you think he's got enough to stall here?
Well, that's the question. I'm wondering if I think you have to. So you stand up the big gun, you stand up the troll, and you tie those dwarves in there. Yeah, that's the first thing you do anyway.
I'd say the only way you can. I can't even actually see a way you can do this now, because I was going to be wrong about what I said.
Okay, blocking on the Troll Slayer, nice. It's a valuable player. It's the lower AV. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the knockdown.
He leaves the Black Orc out and does some follow up.
So the question is, do you go for a blitz with the big un?
No, I think you have to score.
I think he's eyeing up a blitz with a big un. Moving the
the blitz with the big one to come back and give the assist.
And protect. Here we go.
I would have gone. Look, it's not for us to say these things.
It's a big un blitz. Big un now drops down. Davo might be scoring here. You know, he could by.
Oh, Frenzy. Forgot about Frenzy.
Yeah, Frenzy.
But now puts it slightly out of position.
He scores?
Scores, I said. I know. Crypto Nick said he'd score. So it's probably the wrong thing to do.
Well, here we go.
Andy's popping the performance-enhancing drugs, although we will have him toxicologically checked just to see it's ibuprofen.
And the KO comes back.
Oh, well, it's as you were then. So he's got the full 11 to defend for 3 turns here, unless there's some event on the kickoff. That's still been quite a big for a push here for the Dwarfs. Be interesting to see the setup that the Dwarfs take, and of course, the depth of the kick is going to be very, very huge in this one. Hey, Hellboy.
Oh, absolutely. The where the kick ends up is going to be important. Davo setting up in a kind of chevron flanks.
The thing that neither of these players will appreciate and understand is that they've really just ruined halftime.
Well, possibly.
It's not important to them, but it just means we're going to have to be talking right up till the sort of like turn 8, whereas normally I get a turn 8 with to myself.
Yes, indeed.
Von Grunk says Dwarfs are famous for their 3 turns.
Well, we shall see what happens. It's better to have 3 turns if you're a Dwarf coach than 2 turns. So, both runners, I would imagine, will be on the pitch. Gives an extra bit of speed.
What was the totals for this of what you got? If you did you have X amount of gold to build your team then 6 skills?
Yeah, 1.15.
Was it tiered?
Yeah, yep, there was tiering, yep.
Oh, right, okay.
So the Dwarves are setting up slightly, just slightly favouring the right-hand side.
Here we go. Solid defense.
Oh,
interesting.
Five players.
What would you do here then?
Well, Davo's got to select the 5 first, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bit of a complicated situation.
Really? You don't just press 1, move 1. You have to select the 5.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then you move them.
It's weird. Oh, that's very weird.
And it's a deep kick, Duderino. It's a deep kick. There's a 3 and 8 that goes onto the opposing end zone.
This is not good for the Dwarfs. Obviously, is the runner who's going to waste a turn going back there for it.
Yeah.
And then still have to advance it. How's the Dwarf passing game in these new rules?
Not great either.
Okay, all right, okay. There is no NAF tiering, says Dementor. What's this?
I think yeah. When you say they use NAF tiering, they use a tiering system akin to some NAF tournaments would be the correct way of saying it.
Quincy, if you don't say things correctly, Dementor's just gonna pick you up on stuff like that, mate. You know he's like that. All right.
Dementor for NAF president. No,
Dementor for Presidente. I would back that.
We've already had one of the Sand Clan in there. We don't need another, do we? You know.
Oh, I think it's good. It's a legacy like the Kennedys.
Oh God.
And then after there's a terrible sort of assassination attempt that people are trying to cover up, we end up with Linus having to run.
Amazing.
It's like Bobby and Joe. It'll be, oh man, the scandal will rock the world.
Hell and L joint presidency, not on your life.
I don't think you can handle that.
No, God no. Right, Hellboy. Only Euro Bowls and NAF and World Cups can be held in particular countries where I have contacts.
Yes, I'll just point out we'll not be going to Athens.
Exactly.
You know.
Oh dear, the stream's getting a little jittery on my end, dude.
Oh no! Yes, I've lost a bit of stream there on the Discord. Still going on the Twitch.
Is it? Okay, well,
I'll probably jump back into life.
Yeah, well, we'll just fill, dude. We'll just fill. Oh God, it's these technical things that people don't see. We're back. Oh, Dauntless fails on the troll. It's Davo's choice. Oh, he's uphilled him.
That troll does not have block. Would you want it now? He's got to think. Does he want to let him? Because if he takes the pushback, the one, yeah, right, he hasn't. I wondered if he wanted to sucker the Troll Slayer in more.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting choice there, for sure.
Mr. Hobbs, I know Mr. Hobbs. I met him at what's that place we went to? It was an island in the middle of the ocean, Hellboy.
Malta.
Thank you. I met him in Malta. He's really nice. I think he was a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I won't hold that against him.
Oh, very good. And there's a blitz coming in here, so the dwarves are trying to establish some sort of semblance of Fordham.
Oh! This could be big. That's an actually injured orc, and he ain't coming back.
Oh me, oh my! It was a blitzer, but with no skills.
Well, he's got the ball.
Let's pick the ball up. Yeah, exactly. So. This is still not done and dusted for the dwarves because obviously they still have to get forward quite a lot. And if I would be moving that runner forward.
Where's his other runner?
The one that hasn't moved.
How far forward can you go?
Even one square will be beneficial potentially.
Yes, because then that would have reduced the number of GFIs they'll need.
Yeah.
Now we're on one re-roll and one re-roll.
Now there is a way of smacking that runner, isn't there?
And he does have one on the bench.
You do need a bit of luck on terms of knockdowns, but there is a pretty straightforward way of smacking that runner. And if you can do that,
you're very limiting their
you've
chances.
really limited what the dwarves are going to be capable of doing. And then your next two targets are the blitzers.
But they can make quite a good meat shield here versus the dwarfs, because it's hard for dwarfs to go round, isn't it? Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it's like the old it's like the bear hunt book, but it's not going to end well.
It's not like this. Slap your thighs. We're going on a bear hunt.
Yeah, we're going to catch a big one. I'm not scared.
Oh, he's got it. Is it time for Andy to get an injury now with his player?
Wotan, I don't know if you've ever met Duderino.
Oh, that's an awful sight there that you picture.
Yeah, but I would not want to share a hot tub with Duderino.
It was just a stun over on that far side.
It was indeed. Another knockdown here. Troll blitz on the Troll Slayer.
Oh man, jeez, really? Troll's gonna let you down, dudes, isn't it? I wouldn't be leaving this many blitzes to trolls. I'd want a little bit more guaranteedness about my thing. Is he just left some players down?
He just left an orc lying on the floor.
He's left two orcs lying on the floor. He's using the Podfrey tactic.
Where's the second orc lying on the... Oh, there. Oh, was one of them stunned?
One of them might have been stunned. No.
Oh, yeah, I see the other one. I see the other one now, yeah. Well, so hilariously, Duderino, when I was talking to Davo about building an orc team for a tournament I went to, Davo and I had a long discussion and decided that the troll wasn't worth it. Yet here... You know, so my view on the trolls is that whenever my opponent is playing with one, I really like trolls because they vomit on me, they break armor, they do this, and I'm like, oh, wicked, trolls are awesome. Then as soon as I play with one, disaster.
I forgot about that vomit thing.
Yeah, vomit on blodgers, really useful.
Yeah, I imagine it is. Is it again like a stab situation?
Exactly, yeah.
On skinks.
Exactly, yeah. It's good for things like. It's also really good for things that are annoying, like snotlings that have based you and stuff like that. Because if you can't roll the POW, they'll just sidestep around you. So
I'm not going to the Welsh this year, Handy. Sorry, mate. I think the first tournament I'll see you at this year will be NAF-C. Hang on, Hellboy, what tournaments am I going to this year?
You're going to Beast, which is the team event.
Yes,
you're in a team with. Whoa! Rolled a 1. Oh! The Dwarves don't score.
Perfect.
Right.
Yes. In that case, then I'll leave you in the capable hands of my good friend to talk us through these 2 turn 8s here as we go over to the section of the show called Hellboy's Halftime Report. And no, I'm not, Sander.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dude. Just before that, Duderino is going to Beast, which is a team event. Me, Davo, Dude, and Raging 82 are in a team. He's going to NAF Champs, and he's going to UKTC. So there we go. Right. I do love that joke because it never grows old. So with the dwarves not scoring, Davo should be pretty pleased with a kind of job well done. Indeed, timeless joke. Job well done in terms of getting the 1-0 on your own drive, but he is down a blitzer now. Hello, Hargrim, how you doing? Troll, no breaking armor. So, I guess the question now for the dwarves is, what else can they chip? Can they get any extra attrition in? Can they survive these extra hits? Probably just run the. Okay. So something to take into account now is how much time Lockraken has used. Only, I think it says 2 minutes 30. Is that on the time bank? That is not much time, especially if it runs into overtime format. Gets the knockdown with the block. No removal. And that's the end of it. Lovely. So 1-0 at the end of the drive. So we are still on 11v11. But Davis down a blitzer, replaced with a lineman.
A little bit of a loss of speed. The loss of block might hurt him more later in the game.
Yeah, but the big thing is, dude, is Lockraken is on 2 minutes 30 time bank.
Jeez.
Started. Yeah, that as Tree has pointed out, that of course
You do want a bit more time on the offense, actually, Hellboy.
Does that time bank in any thank you, Tree? Does that time bank in any way refresh at the end of overtime?
No, that'll be it.
So if he scores here and we do go to overtime, you get no extra time bank. And I don't want to flog the format to death, but do we need to keep the re-rolls for overtime as much, for if it's still a tie?
Well, Duderino, let's just see what the kickoff is. Pitch invasion. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is enormous. Look at that. 3 stunned. 3 stunned dwarves, deep kick. Davo's got to be feeling a lot better about this one now.
That's a big shame it wasn't an extra dwarf, because then it would be the 4 stun dwarf technique, as they say in Germany.
It's such a shame. It's such a shame it can't be ever 4, because it's only a D3 roll now.
Oh no!
Anyway, the other thing is that's 3 guard dwarves down.
Yeah.
That is 3.
And they could be
God.
hideously out of position for what comes next, because that's a deep
Yep.
kick, and you have got to send some
Yep.
dwarves backwards.
My-
And dwarves do not like going backwards.
I can't, but I honestly I can't believe that you haven't already dropped the 2 on the right hand side backwards.
I can't believe he's just brought one of them forward.
Oh. That's a good one, BB Nut. That's a good
I
one.
like that. I like that. Nut. Well done, mate.
That's a good one. Yeah, so this is not looking good. Anyway, back to the overtime format, Duderino. Yeah, so if this was Blood Bowl 2, we would obviously be talking about kick equity, where we preserve re-rolls, because re-rolls would be added to the D6 roll at the end of regulation time, the 24 turns of overtime as well, to add to the kicks roll to see who won the game ultimately. But unfortunately, in Blood Bowl 3 and the Blood Bowl 2020 rules, the kick format has changed and rerolls don't get added in anymore. So anyone who's thinking that rerolls matter for kicks would be wrong. So now rerolls only really matter for the overtime part of the format. So whilst we might see reroll preservation, it is absolutely for the overtime format. Now, the Dwarves had to do a GFI to pick the ball up if they were going to do it this turn. Very, very wisely, did not go for that. But now Davo has to swarm.
Oh, surely you've got to be heading down this right-hand side.
It's going to be heading down the right side, the right-hand side, and don't call me Shirley, dude. That was so camp. That was so. That was. You really set me up on that one, dude. Well done. 10 out of 10 commentary there, mate.
What are you hitting with, and who are you hitting?
Well, obviously it's that dwarf there, and you're probably going with the blitzer to then try and push through as well. But you've also got to stand the troll up. You've got to tie up that midfield, really prevent any of the dwarves getting away. I would base everything here. I would base up absolutely everything
With your big uns, so you can probably maintain a strength advantage.
Absolutely.
Although Troll Slayer with his Dauntless can sometimes only needs a 2+ to be the same strength as a big un.
Indeed, but I think it's worth it here, dude. I think it's really worth it. Okay, instead goes for the 3D.
Well, I was going to mention the 3D because he'd put enough assists there that it meant the 3D was happening.
Nice, good bit of pressure. That does open the channel for the blitzer to run through. Or no, okay, just goes that way instead.
Yeah, why not go? I would have now broke left at that point and been hovering in the middle there.
Yeah, I thought it would take. I thought Davo might take control of the centre of the pitch there a little with a run through. I thought that's why he chose that angle as well. But
mind you, where really can the dwarfs get on their next turn?
Yeah, exactly. And there's still the world where they fail the pickup. It's still an 11% failure on the pickup, Duderino.
Dude, that's good stat work there, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
In Sweden, we call that rättvist.
See, because look, all these down dwarfs can get one square away, which and where that runner's going to pick the ball up and be able to run to, them other dwarfs that are free on the line of scrimmage are not going to be able to get back. They can form a screen, but there's no cage happening this turn.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Also interesting, David choosing not to base up here everything. Interesting. Maybe Davo's feeling that even with two of the dwarves being down, maybe he feels they can get the guard into play. I guess two of them have got useful squares they could get to. It's very much backpedaling though. It's like doing the backstroke in the swimming pool at the moment for the dwarves.
Very long way for the dwarfs for the whole thing here.
The
dwarves need 4 turns to score from picking this ball up as it is.
It's going to be an end-to-end touchdown, pretty much, Duderino, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, this is your sort of like 97-yard touchdown return, basically.
Yeah, I feel
I was paused there waiting for him to pick the ball up, but there's still more movement to the left to go.
Yeah. I feel that there is a way that the dwarves end up getting split in half here, and that is exactly what you don't want to see as a dwarf coach. You don't want to have the team split in half. We'd normally see elves being able to employ that tactic with the slower teams, but if orcs are able to do it, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah. Because you can't easily smash the things that are in the middle.
So the Troll Slayer is gets the knockdown on the first go. Is going to be frenzied against the. Oh, it's an armor break. The
It's a KO.
The
Troll's
Troll
gone.
Slayer has slain the troll.
Do you know? And thus the inventors of the game feel great that these skills together as it was.
If Jervis Johnson is watching,
Am I
well
here
done,
to
mate.
see you, or did I just put a canoe in my
You got
pocket?
that freed up that dwarf dead center.
Yeah, so which should really drop back. I said drop back and right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now step that other dwarf's got to go out one square, hasn't he, to kind of be a screen. He's got the no, he's dropped. Oh no, in the sure hands.
Ooh. Ooh. Oof. This is still not looking great though for the dwarves, is it? It's still not over.
No, but that troll going has helped them a bit.
That's massively improved that section of the pitch, but my feeling is that the attack is now going to come and split away the Troll Slayer and the three. Oh, a juicy 1D. A juicy 1D. I don't think
No,
it's
Jaeger.
over
It wasn't an
no.
overcommit. No, he was chasing the ball.
Yeah, I feel you had to.
This is your turn. That blitzer down there with guard has got clear, he can do some stuff.
You've got to open. You've got to open early.
On the Troll Slayer.
Yeah, you've got to open early in the turn with the guard big un on the right hand side. That block has to happen early in the turn, because if that player goes down, you've opened up the entire channel to split the team in two.
No surprise, Andy's here sending that one towards the sideline.
No, not at all.
This will be interesting. Let's see where he's going with all of this.
Yeah, I think this block. Yeah, this block needs to happen next, because whilst it looks bad if it fails, if it's good, yep, here we go.
Look at that. You can now pretty much line up all
Yeah,
orbs
and now
that were overcommitted on the right hand side.
Here we go. Opened up the channel. Beautiful.
Be interesting to see.
I wonder if it's better to move the. Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's a thrower. Sorry, I thought it was a lineman. Yeah, the throw. Yeah, I was going to say if that had been a lineman where the throw was, I would have moved that one first. But
Jaeger, mate. Oops, excuse me for doubting.
There we are. Yeah, it's all right. We've been here before. We've seen this before.
It's leaving a bit of a gap there, though, between them two.
I think the frenzy blitz is coming through.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, interesting to ease that side a little bit of pressure. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, stand behind Mr. Throw there. That's a good one. And then I think the frenzy blitzer does a. Oh, okay, giving back a little bit of that side of the pitch. Interesting. It's the push on the first one.
Right, there's
If you go there and you roll the power, you got your freedom. Does get the freedom, good spot.
And then comes along to fill this gap in.
Yeah, exactly. Bish, bash, bosh. Very nice. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Dementor. Very nice play there from Davo, I think. Dwarves are. It's not bad, but it's definitely not good right now.
Now he stood that dwarf up on the far left-hand side. That's against the big un. I was just going to say, I'm feeling the attack's going that way, because you wouldn't do that unless you were going that way.
Unless you've never seen Andy play before, or you're going that way. You wouldn't stand out.
Right. So what tournaments did I have next year? Sorry,
so you're going to Beast, which is the team tournament with me, Davo, you, and Raging on the team. That's good.
Raging's okay. I haven't spoken to him this year. Raging, if you're out there.
Yeah, God, I haven't spoken to Raging since last year either.
Yeah. Shocking.
Right. Anyway. Then you're going to NAF Champs.
Oh yes.
And you're going to UKTC.
Are you going NAF Champs, or did you say you're not going? You are going.
I should be. So I'm a bit more aware of what's going on at work, and I should be clear for NAF Champs. But there are other things that are becoming increasingly frustrating, not knowing dates of.
Fair enough. Only a push there, and obviously not wanting to use the re-rolls.
No, doesn't want to use the re-roll on that one.
Now look, he's got a lot of players left and 15 seconds of this turn. His time bank's down under 2 minutes.
No, Dementor, neither of us are going to the Team England challenge. I'm not anyway. I won't anyway. It's the wrong time. I just can't. I won't be able to get time off work for it. But dude, I don't think is. You're not aware of it either, are you, dude?
I didn't even know what that was. Sorry.
There we go. Oh no, Raging's fine. Yeah, Raging's good. Santa, when I spoke to him last, I spoke to him in December, I think it was. So yeah, he was doing very well.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now, yeah, knowing this person as you do.
Yes.
How are you feeling about that left-hand side?
Well, it's an interesting pitch position, isn't it?
Yes.
I do wonder though whether it's better to base the ball with a blitz though.
We'll see. He's gone down.
Okay.
Being a bit selective here first.
Ooh, opens with a block. Goes with a blockless one there.
I thought he was hitting with the blitzer. That's why it was 2 dice, and then that's why he's taking some risks. Paying off.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we're going to see a base on the ball here.
Well, I'm thinking it's that way.
It's either a base on the ball.
I can't believe he's...
Yeah, he's declined it.
Wow, he's growing as a person. But he stayed put in order to get it next time.
Yeah. Well, also, you don't want to free up that player for that side of the pitch. You don't want to give the Dwarves anything for free here.
Cross, dude. Hellboy, you're being outstatted.
No, I'm being out-mathsted.
Okay. Oh, Dementor's really putting you under, mate.
That's all right. Dementor may have the stats, but I've got the charisma, the charm, the sexy voice, and the body.
You see, he didn't go for it.
Yeah, he didn't go for it. Another knockdown. Dwarves all over the pitch at the moment.
Trouble is, it always seems to take 2 turns for Dwarfs to recover from
Absolutely.
being on the floor.
That's the problem. It's the same problem that mummies on the undead team have, Tomb Guardians, the whole Dwarf team pretty much. It's just the speed of recovery.
What can you see him doing here? Bearing in mind we're on turn 12, so realistically he needs 3 turns to score from here. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that
times are ticking, isn't it?
Gotta look to get moving soon.
I know the left-hand side you got more dwarves, but there's also more orcs kind of in a better strategically placed to deal with it. But sorry, that's on the left-hand side, and then but the right-hand side you got a bit more free players, but you're not going to get very far. Well, Collie, if the husband's not here.
I am reading that. What the hell? What are we on about? Flat cap.
Yeah, it's because Collie finds my flat cap attractive.
I understand. I have a cap too. How you feeling about this, Hellboy?
If I'm Davo, I'm feeling kind of all right. There's still work to be done. Okay, don't get me wrong. This is not locked in, but but this is definitely not where you want to be as the dwarf. The dwarves really want to be well established, at least 2 squares into the opposing half, kind of by this point, right? So to have no one in Andy's half of the pitch currently it's not ideal, is it?
He's into the time bank again. I always like to be on halfway.
Oh, and there's a knockdown and to a stun.
That frees up players.
Frees up 2 orcs, and now the dwarves are pretty much committed. Because I think Davo's going to get the choke on here.
Well, he's going to pin that left-hand dwarf to the sideline, either by knocking him down or pushing him back. Will be his hope. You can. There's hits on them other 2 dwarfs there that are based by the blitzer and the. Oh yeah, there we go. Told you. Pinned to the side. Wow, that was obvious.
Well, I don't actually like that, Duderino. I don't actually like that because I don't think that. I think if that block goes wrong, I know it's really low odds, but I think I would have liked to have seen some other plays happen first prior to taking that kind of thoughtless block on that side.
You've only got one player to stand up.
And I am being critical here. I am being critical. It might be overly critical, but I do think this is just a case of Andy not being particularly well. But I think those micro errors there do eventually come back and bite you. Making those little turn ordering mistakes. And I think this is what Davo was talking about yesterday when he said he wasn't really feeling like he'd been playing 100% for a while.
Hey, sometimes you're not match fit, are you?
No, absolutely not.
Good 27 years I haven't been match fit.
But hey, you can bench 2.5 Hellboys at the moment. So that's all right.
2.5 Hellboys. Run out of creatine today. Had to go and get some.
Oof. Now, I really struggled when I took creatine. I had really bad mood swings. I had to stop taking. I had to stop taking it. Yeah. I was noticeably. Yeah, I was noticeably.
I said creatine, not cocaine.
Yeah. I was noticeably angrier when I was taking it. I took it for about 3 weeks, and I was so angry. And about 3 days after I stopped taking it, I was completely chill again.
Going fine, thank you, Tompo. Everything's going good this week. Hit all my targets I wanted to. Been doing a bit more cardio, trying to not huff. Oh, there's a reroll going in there.
You're on the step machine, are you?
It was cross trainer, because the hip I can't really do.
Oh, fair, yeah.
Impact stuff anymore.
Okay, Davo's eyeing up the 4+. Is it a 4+ or is it? No, it's a 3+. He's eyeing up the 3+ blitz here on the ball.
You don't think all right? Okay.
And I like it.
3+1 die. He's out.
Oh,
he's hit. He's down.
Oh,
and he's stunned.
And the ball's on the sideline. It's all gone Pete Tong.
Where's the other runner? Is the other runner even on the pitch?
Oh God, I wish the players were more distinct. I think the other runner is on the pitch.
We'll have to look for Green. No, look, Green. He's in the box.
He's on the bench.
Oh, where's the nearest blitzer?
All the way over the other side of the pitch, aren't they?
So we're looking at a 4+ pickup here against the sideline.
No, dude's already had his.
I have my hip done. It just means
done.
I don't really do running anymore. After doing marathons and half
smug mode.
Just so.
Well, I know. Well, to be fair, dude, you do have to say it because looking at you now, you
have
never
no one to
believe
believe it. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, and now once again, it still is going to be 3 more turns for the Dwarfs to score, even if they pick the ball up just at good movement here. Even if Andy does nothing but block them out, it's going to be very hard for the Dwarfs to score.
Dude, it's mathematical now. All Davo has to do is stop the blitzers and the runner getting anywhere near his half, and mathematically it will be impossible for the Dwarves to score.
See, the Dwarfs on the next turn can get the runner to the halfway line. And that will leave them 2 turns.
Oh! Double 1D skull.
Poor bugger.
And this is looking bad because that blitzer didn't stand up. He didn't stand up the blitzers. One was stunned, one was down, and he didn't stand it up. So that's the 3 players that are your most viable scoring threats are currently prone.
Now with 3 turns, that blitzer can still technically be in range.
Which is why you plonk someone in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet, but there is reaching the mathematical point of it being impossible. Of course, it is possible still for a line dwarf to score at this point in terms of distance, but that obviously isn't as favourable as the.
Not and fetch it.
Yeah.
And we're into the world of dwarf passing here. Hello, I wonder if this guy's taking a trip to the sideline.
Is it? Can you hear that?
He gets the push.
It's the sound of the ocean I can hear.
It's wipe out. Now, will he do that before securing the ball or doing any other stupid stuff?
Well, I'm hoping that he does actually block that blitzer in. No, he goes for the...
The only man disappointed by a pal. Not there.
Yeah, that's fine, isn't it?
Choke
it's all right.
Another 2 dice here. This will help take control of the middle.
Gotta go for the follow.
Now he's on to the... Another push. God, it's a bit of a push fest, isn't it?
Ooh.
I know what you're saying, because I thought that was going where it was going to. But it looks like he's content enough to do it with a strength.
I would have done it. I'd have done it the other way round. Yeah, I would have. I don't mind. Yeah, I would have done that the other way round.
I can't believe he's making these 2 dice block. Why is he not blocking on the sideline? Because he would have had to follow up if it had been a push.
Well, but also not just that, because if you double skull that or quad skull it, you then offer the blitz to clear the blitzer off.
Wow.
The blitzer.
I tell you, Andy's come a long way. I've been indoctrinated into the ways of the hit there, that I was just looking for the damage. But he's thinking, does he need it? It's not a league game. It's a one and done.
It's absolutely. It's resurrection format. It's literally this is every match is a final. It doesn't matter what comes next. There's nothing to worry about. You play what's in front of you to try and win. Absolutely.
Well, I must admit, folks, this is pretty much the last roll of the dice for Lockrag, and he's going to have to do something amazing here in order to even give himself a chance to take this match to overtime.
Yeah, we got the blitzers decided to stand, but okay, so a blitz with the blitzer from the ground does mean that's another. Oh no, okay, that's not a scoring threat now.
Well, now it's almost.
So we've only got currently as a scoring threat the blitzer that stood in front of Davo's Davo's blitzer.
And that would involve 3 GFIs in 2 turns.
Yes, that is the only player currently. That is the only player that can score.
Oh, and Cauliflower's just put that as well. Sorry, Collie.
Okay, it's an injury. I honestly, for pitch position where that was, that doesn't matter if Davo gets the knockdown on the next hit. All Davo has to do is fashion the knockdown
on that blitzer. And again, I had said the runner can get to halfway, but not now. He got the ball.
Right, so the runner's not a scoring threat.
So it's only the blitzer that can score at all.
So it's only the blitzer unless you feed a lineman through. Now, unless you take a
Yeah, I think
red dice and then run the other lineman through, which you have to try. I think you have to try it. Because all you're going to do otherwise, you're going to blitz with the big one that's by the sideline, drop back to the dwarf blitzer, and then you just 2D it off and you re-roll if you don't get the knockdown because it's worth it. This is
He's in that time bank.
yeah, and he's approaching 40 seconds on the time bank. So even if the miracle play happened, overtime's going to be carnage with no extra time to use.
I think Andy's trying to let us know how limited his options are there by showing us the length of the pitch.
Yeah. Honestly, the play here for Davo is so straightforward. Oh my god. Okay, that has that improved it?
Well, he's got to step forward and then dodge, hasn't he?
It's not a blitz, no. So it hasn't.
Oh.
So it's literally you blitz with the bigger. Yeah, you stand everything up, block everything in. You blitz with the big one on the left hand side.
Tried to get the assist.
You drop back. If you don't roll the knockdown, if you don't roll a push, if you 1 in 9 it, you go again. You re-roll it. And you just knock that blitzer over, and then you take the hit on the blitzer, and exactly the same thing. If you don't knock it over, if you roll a push, you can think about it, but if you roll it both down, you re-roll.
Well, he's got a lot of non-block hits, but I think you got to be sure here and take some block hits first.
There's only one play. There's only one player that can score. Just hit the player that can score.
Don't let this be an Apo moment, Hellboy.
Sorry.
Pretty sure he's going to get there.
Fine. We'll wait and see if he gets there. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think this is. Oh look, is he not doing that? Is he chain push blitz to push the runner back an extra square for inconvenience?
I don't know.
Well, it looks like he is. How is he? And then he's going to use the. I see. That's going to have to... Oh, no, it doesn't matter, does it, sir?
I don't...
No surf.
I just don't understand.
He's trying to...
What was wrong with my...
Is he going to GFI the lineman for the assist?
Yeah, the prone one.
The other one, the prone one,
What was wrong with...
Well, look, At the block there. There it is. There we go. Oh, well, he got him down. Now, let's see if he GFIs. Double GFI.
Oh, the runner can still make it, can he? With 4. Okay. Oh, right. So now it's just the runner. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Oh, God.
No, he needs 5 from where he is.
Well, where he is now, yeah.
Where he is now. Right. Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay, fine. I missed that the runner was in range. Fine.
That it? We over?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, we're done. Right.
Unless you can chain push the runner forward.
Unlikely from where he is. Well, that's it then.
Right, so Davo's in the money.
GG. Oh, is that how it works?
He's not in the money yet, is he? He's in the chance for the money now. He's actually in the tournament for the money.
Yep, he's done all the adding up. Come on, you can put your headset back on if you want. It's yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Lorraine does here. Has he really only got 7 seconds left in his time bank? I think you did a great game, Lorraine. I think your defense was good in the first half. If you're ever listening back to this.
Yep, it's an interesting game. It's a shame Davo's not been on top form, but Lorraine has struggled there. That kick into
them 2 deep kicks. I mean, he had a few
that solid defense into a deep kick really scuppered the drive there.
And then the pitch invasion this second half really
the
didn't.
pitch invasion.
We can say Andy's been lucky then, and I think from what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. I would say that Andy has had the rub of the green, but it's not been just that. Davo has still had to play well, you know.
So, do we know when is it next weekend? I believe are they looking for the games to be scheduled?
I think it's next weekend.
Right, yeah.
Here we go. Look at that. Oh wow, David did a serve.
Oh, look at his little face.
That's what he's going to say when he comes back. He's going to say, "Guys, did you like that surf on turn 15?"
There you go. Yeah, it's a full square. Yeah. Sorry, it's the end of a Blood Bowl game, isn't it? When the chips are down.
What else are we meant to say, right? What else are we meant to say?
For me, the playoffs have been great. What I don't understand is the tournament that leads up to them, where you can lose loads of games, you can concede loads of games, and then you can still make it, just because you have a purple patch that pushes you through. And I mean, it does scream of losing games just to set up teams and stuff. Like, geez, if I was Nurgle and it was the old rules, it's like, okay, I've now got 4 claw bomb. Let's go on a win streak.
Yeah.
Sorry, Moom, he can't because I'm here and I've never heard a halftime joke.
Yeah, sorry, I can't do it. You can listen back on the VOD, or this one will make it to YouTube, won't it? So.
Yeah, he won, so it'll go on.
Oh, fair talk, Mother. If he could have done it, then with the number of players knocking around, it doesn't surprise me. But
I still wish I'd.
Look at that greed re-roll into the turn.
I still wish I'd shut up and nicked his sunglasses.
Yeah.
They were a cracking pair and all.
Yeah.
Really went with the shape of my face.
There we go. Job done.
Hey. Right, come on then. Put your headphones on, Sunshine. Are you back? Oh, let him cough first.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well, that was hard work. Luckiest thing on live, getting the one die power on the runner and stunning it. That was the game, wasn't it?
Offenses. And then the Dwarf losing the ability to reposition after his team due to a pitch invasion. I mean, you lost your troll, but I'll be honest, you played a lot better after that because you kept trying to blitz with the silly thing.
Well, yes, it wasn't very well behaved, was it? I think it rolled 3 boneheads in the first half. But the deep. I don't know if you guys picked it up. The deep kick on both of his drives yarked him, and then the pitch invasion was like, and by the way, it's a shit kick for you. And on top of that, you're going to play -3 players for a drive, 2 turns.
I didn't notice that. Hellboy, did you notice that at all about the deep kick and the pitch invasion? Because I don't think we covered it on the stream, did we? Jeez. Thanks, Andy, for pointing that out to us.
No, we missed it. I guess Davo should do some commentary instead.
Yeah, you give it a try, mate. See how you get on with it.
I don't know.
Blimey. So, we're assuming it was a one and done due to your state.
Yeah, I'm not in the right state to play another one, which is a shame because it's a really good audience.
Well, everybody turns out to see you, mate. That's why this audience is here, obviously.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, no. All right, everybody, get your niceties in then for Mr. Andy. Thank you very much for having us again, chat. We love doing these, and we're happy to be here. We'll see you next round. Oh, and until then, here's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Good night.
Thank you, chaps. Thank you very much indeed for the commentary. I'll listen to it back during work tomorrow. Excuse me.